Welcome to stage one of the Dubai International Baja. Yesterday, the bikes, quads and cars kicked things off with a short 4-kilometre prologue on very different terrain to what you would expect in this part of the world. Stony rather than sandy. The fastest man in the bikes was Konrad Dabrowski in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That was fully 25 seconds quicker than second-placed Rafik Aid. And it was significant because the prologue times count in the FIM classes. Several riders had issues and Konrad was actually one of them, but not until after the finish line.
I did the prologue fine, and then I arrived at the finish and the bike didn't start. Turns out one of the balls got loose and yeah, just left the bike. So luckily it started again, I can go back to the bivouac.
Abdulaziz Ahli has shown that he's the man to beat on a quad in the UAE, and even if this isn't his natural habitat, he was still fastest in class and 5th among FIM vehicles.
Not used to the rocky terrain. You know, UAE, we are known for sand, but I also try to push to try to stay in top 10 because if I have a chance I would like to open the track tomorrow.
In the ultimates, Lucas Moraes and his Toyota Gazoo racing teammate Seth Quintero are competing in a separate experimental class. This is the car the Brazilian's going to drive at the Dakar, and it's looking impressive. He was quickest by 0.2 seconds from Quintero.
What are your expectations on this rally?
To go fast, to be honest.
Well, officially the fastest man in the FIA was Nasser Al-Attiyah in his Taurus T3 Max. The Qatari only 1.4 seconds down on Moraes. His Nasser racing team had a fantastic prologue in the Challengers, with Nasser's brother Khalifa and Abdulaziz Al-Kuwari making it a 1-2-3. The short SSV shootout was dominated by the new Can-Am Mavericks, which are also experimental. Matthias Ekstrom was top of the pile.
Well, it was very bumpy, very rutted, so it wasn't easy to push much, but we had a clean stage, so all okay, and I look forward for tomorrow.
Glitz and glamour are never far away in Dubai, and so it proved on Friday as the riders and drivers gathered for the official podium ceremony. They were welcomed by His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, chairman of the Dubai Sports Council. His Highness was also joined by the president of the FIA, Mohammed Ben Sulayem.
The FIA is there working together with the manufacturers, with the teams and with the promoters also together, that we go forward. When I used to drive, I used to plan, but then when you start, the plan is gone. There's a new plan that comes, so I wish them all safety first of all. It is a very healthy cross-country, and as a president of the FIA, ex-driver, I'm happy that the championship as a whole is very strong.
The 92 vehicles given the perfect send-off by His Highness.
Sunrise in Dubai, and with temperatures hovering around 30 degrees and expected to only get higher, a tough day lies in wait as the drivers and riders left the glamour of the city behind and headed out into the desert for the first full stage of this year's Dubai International Baja. And this is what lies in store today. An 82-kilometre road section brings the competitors to the start of the Al Futtaim Toyota stage. 195 kilometres of competitive action in the technical choppy dunes before returning to the bivouac at Dubai Festival City. So, after the prologue stage last night, the all-important start selection process took place to determine the starting order for today. And the big news came when Abdulaziz Ali, the local star and 2-times winner of the event, opted to go first. At the stage start this morning, though, the massive navigational task that faced Ali had dawned on him. Undeterred, he blasted into the stage, and with no lines in the sand to follow, he would have to draw on all of his experience. And as he pressed on, the local star did just that. He was flying today, unsurprisingly fastest in the quad category. His closest rival, Abdulaziz Al Shaiban, Ali on course to do the hat-trick in Dubai.
Opening the stage was nice. It's a new experience. It was really nice. Track was a bit tough, exceptionally when the sun is behind us. You cannot really see the dunes. Other than that, there's a lot of places where it was nice, and it was a bit windy and hot, but we managed to come here to the finish line.
A commanding start for Ali then, who leads by over 50 minutes from Al Shaiban, with Abdulaziz Al Atawi in third. Turning our attention to two wheels now, and Poland's Filip Grot was having all sorts of drama before he'd even started the stage. Problems with his roadbook meant he was stopped at the start line for over 10 minutes. Fortunately, Tobias Ebster, who was supposed to be co-driving for Hannes Kindergartner this weekend, was on hand to help solve the problem. Grot did eventually get going and went on to finish 7th fastest. Up at the business end, and after a disaster in the pre-event prologue, 2 times winner of the event, Mohammed Al-Balushi, was already 2 minutes down coming into today. Problems with the bike and not his preferred terrain cost him on the prologue stage, but today was an all-new effort. The local star on his Yamaha got the hammer down and dragged himself right back into contention to go 2nd fastest in the stage and start his climb back up the overall leaderboard.
I pushed really hard, but we made a wrong setup for the gear ratio. I couldn't get more than 145, and the bike was always on the rev limiter. Yeah, it overheated, and yeah, but I did my best. Like, I gave 100%. I'm happy with that.
Scottish hotshot Alex McInnes back in Dubai, looking to right the wrongs he suffered in 2023 with that fuel pump issue, was also on a flyer, riding his Husqvarna to the 3rd fastest time despite a big crash. But he was later hit with a 15-minute penalty, and that dropped him to 5th overall.
I had a huge crash in kilometer 130. I hit a metal fence. It was like 2 feet off the ground, and I flew off the bike, but yeah, it's all good.
No such dramas for pre-event prologue victor Konrad Dabrowski, who carried that same winning momentum into today. While his KTM rally bike was the perfect machine for yesterday's terrain, the extra weight out in the choppy dunes today would be a disadvantage. But that didn't deter the Polish star. Despite losing the cap on his fuel tank and a last-minute bodge required to get going, he put in another stellar performance. Dabrowski in a league of his own to win the stage convincingly. Perfect training for Dakar 2025. He takes an early lead here in Dubai.
Al Qudra is a big playground for motorbikes, and I always enjoy racing here. It can catch you, so I had to be concentrated and have my eyes wide open to see every possible danger. But I have fun, really. A lot of jumps, a lot of slides on the flat. Just overall a very fun day on the bike.
Confirmation then that Dabrowski leads the bike category from Balushi in 2nd, with Sultan Al-Balushi 3rd. Hamdan Al-Ali lies 4th, with McInnes 5th after that time penalty. A stunning performance from Dabrowski, and not really a surprise. The 23-year-old indeed spends as much time as he can training in the dunes of Dubai.
My name is Konrad Dąbrowski, and I'm racing for Dust Rally team. Dubai is our 2nd base. Every year I fly there for a boot camp. and I'm preparing for Dakar, for Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge. And Dubai Baja is part of that preparation also, and now it's my second home. It's the terrain, but it's also just the place. So the fact that we have a very nicely running city close to a beautiful desert where we can practice the dunes, the sand. Even we can find some hard-packed bits which not many people know about, but for me it's a very good place for training because I am able to live a good quality life. The empty quarter starts in Abu Dhabi, but it's very close, and we can train in a terrain very similar to Dakar's. Dubai dunes are demanding. They are very physically demanding. It's all the time up and down, some camel grass. They are not so high, but they are soft and small, which for a rally racer this is the most difficult dunes, I think. And yeah, after 5 kilometers you can already see the sweat dropping from your eyebrows. It's a quick push for me, you know. It's an opportunity to go basically full gas in the desert. There's no power management or anything like that. We just line up and go 100%, and it's nice. It's good. It's a good training for speed. This race, yeah. Of course, it's nice to do good in that race. This year I need to improve one spot.
Even when the pressure's on, there are worse jobs in the world than being a rally driver.
I'm very happy to be here. It's nice to be in the desert, and you know, it's nice to drive. Whatever you drive, it's a pleasure.
Mattias Ekström had a stressful start today. The Swede was missing a cap on his coolant expansion tank and had to scramble to find a spare. In the end, a local Good Samaritan came to the rescue.
That was the same with the Nissan Patrol.
There are two battles raging within the SSV class. Dania Akir is one of several drivers who's targeting the Middle East Baja Cup. She was fourth today and remains within striking distance of the leader, Ahmad Al-Kawari. It was a tough day though for one of the experimental drivers, Sarah Price, who's building towards her second Dakar. The American halted by an overheated engine.
We're having some fan cooling issues. Our fans aren't turning on, so the engine's getting very hot. If it's happening this early on, it's going to keep continuing, and so the next thing's to pop an engine, and we don't want to do that. So we're here testing for Dakar, so we're going to continue to just learn the vehicle and figure it out, but we did just reach really, really high temperatures, so the engine's not too happy, so we might have to just head back.
Fernando Alvarez has the World Baja Cup in his sights and has to do a better job in T4s than Joao Ferreira in the Ultimates. The Argentine just keeping it smooth today. He was sixth but had the best time in the World Cup, so a good day at the office. It will all come down to the final stage.
Now we are 50 seconds behind Dania for the overall, for the T4, so tomorrow maybe we will push, we will try to win the race.
It's the same story in the Middle East Baja Cup. Al-Kawari also had a clean stage, keeping the pace high but not taking any unnecessary risks. He was the third quickest in the SSVs, missing out on the official stage victory by around 3.5 minutes. The top dog in the FIA standings for T4 today was Mashari Al-Thafiri. The Kuwaiti drivers teamed up with Yassir Sayedan's usual co-driver Mikhail Mech, and they stormed through the stage in under 3.5 hours. An 8-time national champion and an 8-time Middle Eastern champion in Rally 2, he's in pole position for the overall win. But for the second day running, the fastest man out there was Matthias Ekstrom in the Can-Am Maverick. South Racing will no doubt be satisfied with the performance of their new vehicle so far. Ekstrom can't win the rally, but he can certainly boost his confidence before the Dakar. At the halfway stage then, Althafiri leads the standings by 3 minutes 36 from Al-Kawari. Akil, Al-Haydan and Alvarez are all within 5 minutes.
In the T3 Challenger class, all eyes were on Nasser Al-Attiyah, a 12 times winner here in Dubai and 5 times at the Dakar. The Qatari not only looking to take the class honours here, but odds-on favourite to be fastest of all of the four-wheeled cars.
This is my target, to beat all the T1 Plus.
Drama early on though. Before the stage had even begun, Nasser had some last-minute repairs to make to the Taurus.
We find the box of the filters. Air filters is broken, but we good. It's mean good.
It absolutely meant good. Into the stage, and by the first split, it was clear that Nasser was not carrying any mechanical problems at all. In fact, he was flying, eventually arriving at the end of the stage fastest of the T3s and of all of the point-scoring cars. Best of the rest was Khalid Al-Jafla, also in a Taurus. The local man, no stranger to these dunes, he knows exactly how hard to push in the conditions. He impressed today to go second fastest, albeit over 7 minutes down on Al-Attiyah. Critically though, Al-Jafla went 1 minute and 40 seconds quicker than this man, Edouard Pons. Whoever beats the other here in Dubai will take the 2024 World Baja Cup in T3. The pressure is on now, but considering his lack of experience in the desert relative to Al-Attiyah and Al-Jafla, Pons put in an impressive performance. The Dubai dunes are incredibly technical, and knowing when to push and when not to is always hard to gauge.
Here we are, which means it's 1 minute. Everything is still possible, and tomorrow I promise you will be a huge battle.
In fourth came a man we are all familiar with, but perhaps from the cab of a truck as opposed to a T3. This is Mitchell van den Brink, the Dutchman making a seamless transition into the smaller category on only his second event in the Can-Am machine, but he proved his natural pace straight out of the box, fourth fastest in the stage today. So Nasser Al-Attiyah comfortably leads the T3 class from Al-Jafla with Pons in third. Those two fighting it out for title honours tomorrow. Mitchell van den Brink in fourth meanwhile, and after a third place finish at the Dakar in the trucks, the Dutchman perfectly positioned to give us some insight into the differences between the two categories.
This is definitely something else as the truck category. In the future we want to do something more in the SSV category. This is the beginning. We did a few rallies with the SSV, with the T4, and I'm giving some training as well in the Can-Ams. So yeah, that's why I know the Can-Ams for a long time. The balance is very good, and suspension as well, and it's behaving very well. We did the shakedown this afternoon. The lines in the dunes, for example, you cannot imagine, but we drive actually the same lines with a big massive truck as we do with the SSVs. So that's kind of the same, but the handling is way different. The truck has a lot of torque, but it weighs 10 tons almost. So you have the weight is very high, but we have some deflating systems. So even with the truck, you can reach the highest dunes. But with the SSV, it's very good to serve a dune, and you can escape wherever you want. But with the truck, you need to choose a line, and you need to finish the line, otherwise you will tip over. But that's something else with the SSV. I like the truck because it's so massive and you have a good overview. But this is attack mode, and with the truck it's being patient and bring the truck on the finish line. That's way different. Yes, we are still fully focused on the trucks. The upcoming Dakar we will drive with a brand new truck. Yeah, we want to break our only personal record, and that was the 3rd place now. In the future, I would like to go to the SSV or the T1 Plus category. So yeah, it's a nice beginning.
The 10 ultimate drivers at this Dubai International Baja soaking up a few rays before the start of stage 1. Seth Quintero and Lucas Morais ready for a big day of testing in their new Toyota, even if they won't appear in the official standings. Morais was quickest in yesterday's prologue and picked up exactly where he left off by going fastest again today, albeit in the experimental class. The Brazilian said this was much better than the stage he won 2 years ago, and that he enjoyed the fight with Quintero on the dunes and the fast tracks.
Really fun race, actually one of the funnest we had in the car. Seth caught us, so we managed to stay together and we were passing each other, changing position, having fun.
Indeed, Quintero had set off a minute behind his Toyota Gazoo Racing teammate, and he soon closed the gap. He was virtually topping the timesheets for most of the day, but the American then lost a damper just 10 kilometres from the finish line and had no way to fix it. He was still waiting in the dunes long after Morais had finished. It's unlucky for Quintero, who has had all manner of technical headaches in 2024. And the same could be said of Juan Cruz Jacopini. The Argentine has experienced all sorts of drama this year, including crashes and disqualifications, and he was undone by mechanical issues again today, a drive shaft and the rear differential. The overdrive racing man shipping almost 2 hours and sinking to the bottom of the standings. It was an excellent day, on the other hand, for his teammate Ronan Chabot, who is here with the overdrive team. The Frenchman and his co-driver Gilles Pilot have been doing the Dakar together for over 20 years, so they have a huge amount of experience. 3rd place today. 2nd place went to Denis Krotov, who said it was an up and down sort of day. They are still fine-tuning the engine settings on this new Mini. They also lost some time slowing down for a misplaced speed turn. Otherwise, all very positive. While others look ahead to the Dakar, João Ferreira is fully focused on the FIA World Baja Cup, where he's trying to secure overall honours ahead of Fernando Alvarez. He praised co-driver Felipe Palmeiro for a great job navigating today. They got through the dunes and camel grass with no errors and took the stage victory. He's out to finish the job tomorrow.
We struggled a little bit to find the right place because with tricky navigation we don't have a lot of marks, and we overtook the 3 cars that were in front of us, so we were opening the road after the bikes, but okay, it was a good stage for us. We make no mistakes.
Fine margins indeed in the ultimate class, with all 4 minis in the top 5. Ferreira leads Krotov by 1 minute and 39 seconds. And here are the overall rally standings for all FIA cars. Nasser Al-Attiyah leads the way by 2 minutes 26 from Ferreira. Hannes Kinnegardner and Sam Sunderland are the headline names here in the national category, but unfortunately their Can-Am Maverick was stopped in its tracks today after just 45 kilometres.
Got a little issue with the steering rack. I think we've lost a bolt and now we can't turn. And when you can't turn in the desert, it's not ideal.
More on Hannes and Sam in tomorrow's show. Guy Botterill's also here tuning up for the next Dakar, having done a superb job to come 6th on his debut in January. He was 2nd today. And the victory went to another familiar name, Sergei Karyakin, who won the Dakar in the quads class back in 2017.
What a day of action. Can Konrad Dabrowski make it a clean sweep of wins in the bikes? A great day too for Lucas Moraes in his brand new Toyota Hilux, fastest overall of the four-wheeled competitors. While Nasser Al-Attiyah was the fastest T3 driver in his Taurus Max. On for win number 13 if he can repeat today's feat on stage 2. In the T4s, Matthias Ekström in his Can-Am remains the man to beat. Plenty more drama to come tomorrow as we prepare to crown champions and bring the curtain down on the 2024 Dubai International Baja.